Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Since last time, nothing has changed visually, but I have replaced my armor and my weapon. Well, I haven't replaced my weapon, I upgraded it one level. But for a proof of concept, like, the Oxa switch itself improved, but now I have all the upgraded gear. I have attack up large instead of medium. And I have an extra 250 armor, which is pretty big. It's more, it was like 2.5 times my armor, approximately. So, it's a lot better. I have 5 more attack because this is comparing the Oxa switches that has already been upgraded. 5 more attack from attack up large. And that's the main improvement. I think the Oxa switch itself gained 10 attack? Maybe 20? Probably 10. Can't remember. And a longer blue sharpness. I can't level it up again yet because I need a lot of stuff. I need a high rank Deviljho, which is 10 star. Or I'm assuming it's high rank Deviljho. And I'm going to do all this talking, and then it will be time to try at least one of the advanced quests and see how it goes. Because across all of the additional attack that I've gained, the armor, all of that, it will be a lot. I feel like it will be a lot easier to compared to what when I tried before. Yes, that's the other thing. When I tried before, I was using the Dios switch axe, and the Dios switch axe only had 120 raw, so I've gained 40 raw there, and I've gained 10% affinity compared to what I was using then. I lose 17 blast element, but I'm pretty sure the raw and the affinity and the sharpness being better all more than make up for it. This is a little tedious because it takes a little bit too long before I can switch to the next one. If I could just spam through them all, it'd be nice. I also don't need any of these, but I feel like I kind of have to. But this means that I can try the 6-star quests. I'm gonna start with the one that starts with Blangonga. Can't remember the name. Might is right, probably? No. State in Flux. I'm gonna start with this one. Actually, that's a high rank Deviljho, isn't it? That could be good. I probably won't get the parts I need, but out of the frying pan is more important. But I think starting with the Blangonga, if I get completely destroyed by a Blangonga, I'm pretty sure I can't beat a Deviljho. So, it's a fairly easy start point. Basically as a way to determine, will I be able to do any of these, or should I wait till I can have a better weapon. And if I have to get a better weapon, then I'm just gonna go back to grinding the lower other stuff, probably the hub. I did set up Mega Demon Drug Mega Armor Skin. Those will help a bit as well. 25 defense and like 7 attack. Oh, they're all abnormal statuses. I guess Blangonga counts. I have no idea how this is going to go. I am going to use one of these. Give myself the best chance I can. What are the flash bombs for? Oh, I don't need to paintball. Not ideal because I landed on the ground first. That attack there previously near one-shot me because I got hit by it. Though, admittedly, I probably should never be hit by it. I would have been hit there if I hadn't been saved by the Blongo. Okay, bad idea. So the question is, if I can kill this guy in 6 minutes, then I think it's doable. If it takes 10 minutes to kill the Blangonga, who I assume is the easiest of the 5, I don't think it will be possible to beat the entire thing. I'll try once, but I just don't. It's just sort of a question of, do I have enough damage at all? Even like theoretically enough damage. That did basically no damage compared to what it did before. It wasn't that attack, but it still did like an amount of damage that is actually not that scary. That one hit harder, but still not that scary. And I get a free heal as long as I don't get hit here. Not quite. I don't actually get to heal there. Good to learn. I assumed I'd have enough time, but I didn't. Valuable intel. I don't even have enough time there. I got lucky. That's an interesting combo. I don't think I can beat this yet. I'm getting hit when I probably shouldn't be. Though at this point it's just I can't heal. Because the button's still not active, so I can't use that. It seems like the only thing I can heal on is that cold breath. Okay, free heal is nice there. I hate this game. Like, what is that? I tried to jump into it, and it led into jumping off. What did I push? I don't understand it enough. Because I've never jumped off of a ledge intentionally like that. Which makes it annoying when it happens. I'm surprised that I didn't hit and that it didn't hit. Oh, that I should have hit there. My sword clearly swung straight through its body. Okay, that was obnoxious. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this. I could probably run it a million times to try to beat it, but I don't think I can kill 5 monsters in the amount of time required. Like, unless Blangonga is actually the hardest somehow. which would surprise me. Oh yeah, I can't heal on this. Obviously, I think part of it's that I'm playing terribly, but I've already gone through 5 heals on the first of 5 monsters. It's just not going to work. I can't heal on this. I keep forgetting. Like, it is one of those things where it's still worth going for this attempt. Yeah, I can't dodge that. Like, it's just not possible. Though it could be that Blangonga could be one of the worst ones. But I know Deviljho would be just as bad. At best, Deviljho would be just as bad. In terms of the constant jumping away so I can't hit. I hate that ground tremor is. I hate ground tremor because it puts the weapon away. But visually, it's the same as a roar. Where roars, they show the weapon being put away, but it's not put away. Like, it just runs everywhere, and I can't hit it during this because I can't do anything. It's a waste of time. Okay, what is the current quest status before I give up? 7 minutes in, it's not dead, I'm out. That's never happening. Like, unless all the following monsters are harder or easier, that's not possible without repeating it 15 times to be perfect at every monster or something. That's never going to happen. I'll give the Deviljho one a chance because it has a smaller HP total. Like, it's only 20,000 HP instead of like 25,000. Must have all these people to talk to that I forgot about because I don't want... They're not going to have anything meaningful, it's just side quests. Yeah, I give up. I don't think that quest was at all doable right now without running it several times, and I don't think it's worth running several times. Like, I think my defense is fine. I just think I'm getting hit too much for the amount of defense and damage I have. Like, if I had more defense, so I had to heal less, I could hit more, I'd do more damage. If I did more damage, then the relatively terrible frequency of hitting that I was able to maintain would be better and maybe usable. Instead, what I want to do, I'll try the Deviljho. And then if it fails, I'll just give up on trying to do these until I'm like done with the village entirely. At which point, I don't know, once I reach G rank, it should be doable. kind of want to check. New window. Just for scale. Might is right, as an example. The Rathalos has about 3000 HP. The Hub 9-star Rathalos solo monster hunt has 4.3k. I still just don't get it. Like, are the 6-star quests meant to be harder than, like, 10-star? I'm here to try. Mostly because I think fighting a Deviljho could be fun. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat it. But I want to at least try to kill the Deviljho once. Maybe I can get parts from it. And then that's kind of fun. Except I can't harvest it and then leave with the parts, can I? Because you can only get parts if you finish a subquest, and there's no subquest for this. You can only abandon and that retreats it. Whatever. Might as well try fighting one, just to see. You know, try it out. I didn't drink these. See what the monster's like in this game. I think when I've tried it, it was not very fun because it constantly spins. And the only attack point is the feet. And only being able to attack the feet is kind of annoying. I did a terrible job there. I tried to get the greedy hits in at the start. And that was a terrible idea. I hate the hits on that. Like, not knowing which side of a monster's tail you're gonna land on because of how it moves is a real pain. That probably should have hit me. That one makes sense why it didn't, because the iframes you get on the jump. Oh, I'm about to run out of... Oops, that's scary. Well, if I die to this, I'm fine. I'd be happy to die to scary Deviljho form. That reach is shorter than it feels like it should be. I'm glad it's short, but I expected it to be more than that. Excuse me, sorry. I was lucky. I mean, the fact that this is going better than the Blangonga so far. I mean, I'm about to jinx it, but it's going better so far is crazy. I hate that attack. That's obnoxious, because it just carries it far away and you can't really use it as an opening. Is the hitbox on this guy just weird? I'm just shocked that I haven't been clipped by anything yet. Like, I did do a... There it is. That's what I was expecting forever ago. And that type of hit. And that's deserved there. And I think I die? I'm not getting out of that. That's impossible. I'll go until I cart again. Cart one more time and then abandon. Yeah, that, unless it's like throw a dung pod when you're grabbed. I should try that. I know that that type of thing oh no, never mind, I'm out. I'm not using nutrients and stuff, that's annoying. It's just annoying to drink them. I mean, I'm not beating the quest anyway, I know that. It was cool though, seeing a few of Deviljho's attacks. But I guess I'll go back to grinding out minor quests, which will mean going to the hub for now. It was fun to try those. I don't understand the intended difficulty of these quests. Like, I just don't know why they put them at 6-star when they're harder than... when they're, like, several times harder than 9-star and I assume 10-star. It's just a weird... like, it might supposedly be a holdover from previous games where G rank and stuff was different, but it's just weird that it's at 6-star instead of, or high rank was different. It's just weird. I guess it's only one actual monster hunt to do. But it's back to this. I'm not going to bother with trying to do those until I'm at, like... it's not worth even trying till I'm fully done with high rank, I think. Like, if I can get high rank... like, absolutely the highest possible high rank weapons and stuff, maybe it's doable. But I think without that, it's probably not realistic. I imagine there are people that can and have done it. I just don't think it's worth the time. And like, I want to believe that if I tried them like, I don't know, 10, 15 times, I could maybe do it. But it's not fun. Arzuros feels like a 2, 5, 6 kind of monster. Oh, it's a 3. This would be a very easy hunt. That's like guaranteed because it's a low hub, but good camera. I hate this game. Like, I didn't input to go across and it went across. Insta-limp. Okay, hit it. I missed. He went further left than I thought. I would have missed anyway, but... yeah, he's going to zone 7, obviously. Why is he running so far left? I mean, obviously I know why, because the game's... it's not bad, but it's not, good. At that sort of thing, so... I should have assumed that it would be terrible. Kind of weaker than some small monsters. Obviously low rank with high rank gear. It's obviously gonna be easy. It's just surprising how much easier it was. Like, finishing off small monsters with a prowler feels slower than that was. That's for other reasons, like prowlers being annoying against small monsters. I think they're fine. They're less annoying with large monsters, but small monsters is just not fun. It's kind of an interesting visual. The little holes in there for like what look like windows that would have been cut out by people. Yeah. Those advanced quests are silly. And like, I don't know. Even if I could get the Hayabusa feather right now, I don't think it would be worth it. It would give 2 levels of critical eye, so I'd get 20% affinity, which is basically 5% damage up. Which would be better compared to my current. I have to look at equipment. It would be better than this. No, actually it wouldn't be. As long as I can make use of the tenderizer. The 4 levels of tenderizer bringing me up to the necessary 10 is better than the Hayabusa feather would be. As long as I hit the weak points, which I don't think I hit consistently enough for it to be objectively better. But, because 5% on close to 200 is 10 raw, or something like that, effectively, I believe. Then the advantage of the Hayabusa feather then would be 5 raw, because I lose 5 raw attack directly from losing the points in attack boost, attack up. Then, I'm not even going to paintball, there's no reason. But then, that 5% is basically 10% affinity. Nope, terrible. Like 10% affinity. And I think the Hayabusa feather has terrible armor. I hate when monsters do that. I hate when they leave right as you start fighting. I hate when they run away. I could check the Hayabusa feather. Less cooperative than the other guy. Yeah, the Hayabusa feathers max upgrade defense is 56. I'm gonna let it ride because I give up. Me chase. I am closing the ground. I hate that. I've never wanted to jump off of a ledge like that ever in this game. It might be useful if you're good, but if you're not, it's actually detrimental. This is actually a bad thing when it does that. The Hayabusa Feather has at max 56 instead of like 100 something max of the Rathalos. I mean, even right now, it already gives me 82. It gives more than a max upgraded Hayabusa Feather. And a max upgraded Hayabusa Feather needs True Armor Spheres, which are G rank. And it gives 15 levels of Expert, which is 20% affinity, which is 5%. I'm pretty sure I get more affinity just from activating the charge. Is affinity not a stat here? But yeah, I'm pretty sure Energy Charge 2 gives... It doesn't give more affinity than that necessarily. Energy Charge 2 gives... Slightly raises affinity. Doesn't say. Anyway, none of these items are going to be worth anything, but I don't want to sell them. Apparently, Energy Charge 3 gives 30% affinity. So I'm assuming it's 15 for Energy Charge 2. Because I think 0 gives none. I don't need that. Which, all of this sort of means... Oops. The Hayabusa Feather just kind of... it'll be good to have. I just don't think it's... It wouldn't really benefit right now. There'd be a little bit of a benefit. I would probably do a little more damage. But I'm fairly confident the extra amount of damage I would do would be minimal. I didn't even pay attention. Blangos. Which, like, it'd be good to have. Well, it's probably better on Gunner. Because it works for both and Gunner armor is bad. Compared to... Or, like, the defense value on Gunner armor is already kind of bad. Assuming critical eye applies. I assume you can crit. It'd be weird if you couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's sometimes Blangos in 3. But Rathalos Cap S, the helmet is 29 to 65. I think that is a case where it is 100% better to use the Hayabusa Feather. You get the advantage of the crit. No Blangos. It's a 20 Blango kill. 20? And there's none in 6. I don't know. This is not like 4 to 8 in each area. This is awful. Okay, they died in... So, swing, jump, but hit. Kind of nice that I won't have to sharpen. They're all dead. They're all low rank. I have no reason to harvest their corpses. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird... Like, maybe the Hayabusa Feather has a lot of value in G rank, where you can get all the other skills that you want easily enough, and then having easy access to the critical eye, the 2 levels of crit, are good. Or is good. Honestly, I could probably kill this faster than it would... than avoiding it. Like, I'd probably lose more time avoiding it than killing it. And is dead. That saves more time than if I'd just been avoiding it for the whole fight. Like, if I had to run into it later while killing other stuff, it would have probably wasted more time. But I kind of want to check monster values, see how the advanced quests actually compare to the, like, G rank, maybe? If I look at Rathalos on Kiriniko, Village 10-star Rathalos has 3.8k HP. I'm comparing this to Might is Right, which has 2.9k HP. And HP is not even everything, because it's the Might is Right has a 4.8x multiplier on attack. It does have less defense, though. It's 0.85 instead of 9.5. Though the 10-star Advanced Hyper has 7.3 attack and 5.8k HP. But given that it's a hyper, maybe it's solo? In which case that's... the HP is actually not bad. I think 7x attack with like 4 monsters at 5k HP would be pretty rough and not very fun. Proof of a Champion has 3 monsters, 2 of which are hypers. I don't know, that doesn't sound... that doesn't even sound fun to try at 10-star with 10-star gear. Though maybe with like fully upgraded armor. Oh, there's Blangos here now, that's good. Like maybe you can upgrade, if you upgrade armor as much as possible, upgrade weapons as much as possible, it makes a huge difference at this stage. I don't know what the limit on high rank upgrading of gear really is. And obviously the attack doesn't matter if you're good enough to not get hit. And the HP values are actually pretty reasonable. Like, actually that's kind of funny. Proof of a Champion, they do have 0.8 instead of 0.85 compared to the like Might is Right. It only has an HP total of like 17k? 18k maybe? Like between 17 and 18k is the HP total for that quest. Compared to, I think Might is Right has a total HP of... okay, no, this one has lower. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. See, it only has 16k. I thought one of them had 20. Is the Blangonga one higher HP total? Or did I do the math wrong? Or is it the Hayabusa one that has the higher? I must have done the math wrong. Okay. Or remembered wrong. Deviljho. I'm being slow because I want to make sure that there's time for Blangos to respawn. Yeah, this is weird. It's not a consistent spawn on the Blangos, which is... It's mostly worked in my favor, so it's good, but... Out of the frying pan. No, they have less HP than I thought. Why do I think they had close to 20k? Did I do the math incredibly wrong, maybe? And then I never actually checked the values again because it was still undoable. Like, it was still impossible. Actually, it could have been a Celtis Queen. Where, like, the Celtis Queen hub quest? Maybe it was a hub quest. Could have been, but I was looking at Rathalos for a reason. There's a lot of Hyper Rathalos, or quests with Hyper Rathalos, that are all high rank hub quests. Okay. G rank quest have 5.8 multipliers on attack and 7k HP for a Rathalos Rathian quest. Or maybe... yeah, let's hunt both. Whereas another one that's just hunt a Rathalos. Rathalos has 9k HP, 5.7k attack. So I think, looking at this, doing the advance with the G-rank gear would be, questionable. It would probably not be appropriate. Because the G-rank Rathalos is harder. Oh, that's great. Great. It's pretty good. So I definitely want to do the advanced quest prior to G rank. So for reference, the Oxa switch can get to the Baron Defiance in high rank. So prior to G rank, uses Thregios Dissenters, which are high rank drops. Level 2 Thregios drops, which are high rank. And Glavenus Pyroshell, high rank. That weapon is 190 plus 10 white sharpness. That is 30 more raw, which is pretty large. The Seditious Axe that I could switch to, which requires hyper rewards, which maybe is dual, I don't know. At level 3, which I think is the limit before G rank, would be 180, 20% affinity, which the 10% affinity, 2.5%, about 5 raw, but longer white and 2 decorations. might be worth it. But I can easily get, just as a baseline, 30 more raw. If I upgrade my armor, I would need Hyper-Rathalos stuff. And a bunch of other components, but I could get up to level 7. I don't know how much I gain per level. I can do one more cleanup quest after this, but I want to check. I'm assuming it's a consistent armor per level. If I get 12 armor per level, and I can get 3 more levels, that's 36 more. Bringing me to 116 per, which 36 times 5 is over 180? Yeah, 180. So I could get 180 more armor with the just pure Rathalos mail set. I could also look at other sets of armor. Like, Dread King has attack up, windproof, others, tenderizer, hearing. And I could... How much Dread King could I theoretically get? I can get Dread King Hunter 1. Well, I'm assuming I can get to level 10 Dread King Hunter before high rank. Or before G rank. I'm assuming that will have better it'll be better than this armor set. Because the Dread King... The effects of Dread King... The Dread King armor set would give me Dread King, Tenderizer, and Hearing. Hearing is nice. And then Dread King and Tenderizer. Dread King is better than Attack Up Large because it has Windproof High. Tenderizer is good. It's the same, no different. Hearing would be nice. And it's high grade earplugs even. I don't know how Dread King X works. It might be once you upgrade it enough you start getting that. I don't know how that behaves. But I think if I can do that, grinding the Dread King, that might be a good idea. I might not be able to grind it. I don't actually know how strong Dread King Rathalos is. But I assume it unlocks from the hub's 3-star quest. Actually, the Dread King... Sorry. The Dread King 3 hunt is a Dread King and a Rathian with about 6k HP, 3.7 attack. I don't like looking at these numbers. I shouldn't look at these numbers too much. But it's probably difficult. But I should consider it. Before I do this, I'm assuming Dread King is unlocked via a simple... No, Dread King is unlocked... No... That's not the quest. I don't even know how to unlock hunting it. Maybe Dread King Rathlos is not low rank? No. Hub high rank 6 Rathlos. Yeah, it's a ways away. Which is interesting. It's interesting that the Dread Queen unlocks in low rank. Unless it's been changed for some reason. That could be a goal before going for that. Because it's funny that this is unlocked already. Like he was unlocked from like... Oh no! That might have been unlocked by a high rank village quest. Not a low rank hub quest. Okay, that must be what it is. Now, why Dread King is unlocked by high rank... Let's do this. Why Dread King is unlocked by a village, a hub quest and not a village quest is kind of interesting. Or if Dread Queen Rathian is unlocked by the village quest, I think that's the weird part. More than Dread King Rathlos being unlocked by a hub quest, because all the special permits are hub quests. And so I think it kind of makes more sense if the quests unlock in the hub. Rude. That looks like a place you should be able to explore. That little path. Jaggias are one of the less fun monsters to hunt. Especially since Jaggia... I mean, you can obviously tell the difference between a Jaggia and a Jaggi. And they actually don't seem to overlap. Like... Some areas will have Jaggias, some areas will have Jaggies, some areas will have both. Like 2 and 2, I'd rather have 4 Jaggias, but it's functional. I should check 3. I think it's unlikely, but I need to check it. That's it. It's always less than I wish it was. Oh, these are just Jaggies. Oh, there's Jaggias. You... I don't know why they felt the need to make... I understand why they don't just stand there and get beat up, but I kind of wish they did. don't know what unlocked. Like, I think it was the... That's not what I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure the Dread Queen was unlocked via a village quest. And that is actually weirder than a Dread King unlocking via hub quest. I should probably do more deviant stuff. Like start hunting them. How is the Dread Queen gear? Is it good? I assume it's not offensively strong. Crit status, expert. Expert's something. Kind of an interesting... I haven't checked what the main Dread Queen effect is. Status attack +2, wide range +2. Kind of terrible. I thought the Rathian set had like a bunch of defensive stuff, which would be nice, and I would actually consider making it. To look at these deviant armors. Stone Fist. I don't know if I've unlocked Stone Fist. I've definitely unlocked the Lagombi though. Oh, Snowbaron has vaults. If it has other use, if the base Snowbaron is actually useful, that might be a usable set. But I assume Snowbaron itself doesn't give any offensive ability? No, it does not. It's not bad though. Evade Extender, Stam Recovery up. Could be worth it. The 10% from Vault. Losing 20 attack is probably worse. I would need over... I mean, if my raw without the attack up was 200, if the attack up took me from 200 to 210, it still wouldn't be worth it, but... I wonder at what point it would be better. Because I would have to account for the value... Oh, hello. I have to account for the value on the ground of... Where's the... map is so bad. The value on the ground for the elemental discharge. It's all about, are the jumping attacks better to a sufficient degree? And I imagine there's a point at which it is better. That point might be like 250 raw before attack up large. Somewhere there or higher. This is kind of a difficult, it's much more difficult. It's probably easy enough to math. And I mean, the answer might be elemental discharge is worthless. You should never be using it. Therefore, Vault is better the moment it gives you more effective damage. Like 201 raw without attack up, instantly Vault's better because maybe elemental discharge is worthless. But it's boring to never use it. And like some hunts, like the double Arzuros hunt, that one, I would assume like 80%, 60 to 80% of the damage came from the elemental discharge. None of which is on the ground, none of which is vaulting. I might be wrong. Maybe the jump attacks did most of the damage, but getting in like 2 or 3 elemental discharges sort of makes it seem like, okay, no, that's probably most of the damage. At which point, actually, if I assume 50-50, I imagine most fights it's not even 50-50. It's worse for elemental discharge. If I have 200 attack, so it's 220, 220 effectively, then if 50% of my damage comes on the ground with elemental discharge, it becomes 220 versus 210. If I have 230 damage, or raw, after damage boosts from, effect damage boosts from both of them, then it becomes 230 versus 220? No. It's not 230 after, 230 before. If I have 220 before, pushing it up to 240 and 240... 242? Yeah, 242. So 240 and 242. Then I get hit. 50% of it comes from the elemental discharge. It's 240 versus 231. And that's, I think, very favorable for, like, 50% is unrealistic, I think. I could easily just do the math if I was able to write it down with, instead of guess and checking. Okay, basic logic is if it's 50% from elemental discharge, if I have 400 initial raw, 400 to 420, 400 to 440, and then it's simple from there. So 440 becomes 420. 420 versus 420 for 50% of the damage. It would be equal if the damage is split 50-50. If it's more like 10% of the damage is from elemental discharge, then if I start at 240, it becomes 260 versus 264. And that's already better, because 10% loss. I'm not sure if the math is quite right on the 10% there. But if the damage is down 10%, that's 2.4. And that's still more than, that's still 260, 261.6. Yeah, 230. If the base is 230 and 10% of damage comes on the ground, then Vault is better. It's a sliding scale, depending on the percentage of damage on the ground, which most of the damage on the ground comes from the elemental discharge. But I imagine the amount of damage from elemental discharge probably varies between 10 and 40 or 50% at the highest end. Not at the highest end. The highest end is probably like 60, 70, but there's probably some very specific way to do that. Figure out monsters. Most monsters only get elemental discharges after a mount. Not even all monsters. some monsters don't even have the time for a proper elemental discharge to be safe following a mount. So there's monsters where like you never want to do the elemental discharge, or it's risky to do the elemental discharge ever, because the jump into the air into the elemental discharge takes longer than doing it directly on the ground. But the Snow Baron Lagombi set is also not transferable. It doesn't help with the... It doesn't help if I want to do Striker style or Alchemy style. Ticket? Why is he giving me G-Rank Beaster tickets? Because those are the G-Rank tickets, but I can't use them. Because I'm not getting G-Rank Palico tickets and other stuff. It's goofy. Yeah, that would be it for today. I was happy to try the advanced quests. I think my plan will be going back to clearing all the quests. I'll clear all the hub quests. I'll probably finish the 2-star before next time. / before this time, because the timeline doesn't work. I'll probably finish all the Prowlers, all of these. I'm going to I'm going to focus on clearing hub at least until I'm high rank. Once I'm in high rank hub, I'll see how it feels. If my gear feels insufficient, I'll go back to clearing the village. Well, actually, no. No. I haven't been clearing the village properly. So I'll clear hub to high rank, which I think starts at 4-star. Once I'm at high rank hub, at that point it'll be time to clear out like these quests, which I actually did a decent job of clearing like half of them, which is okay. Clear those out, clear this out. And I think once I'm done with this one, I probably go back for high rank hub for maybe 1-star. Then do 9-star here. Then maybe go back for the next star of hub. Then come back 10-star village, back to hub. But that's very distant. Yeah, that's it for today. Next time I will probably be doing 3-star hub quests. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.